As a listener of this show, you probably have or want to have a business, which means you have something to offer that people will pay you for. And to make sure your business is profitable and successful, you need that paid offer to be something people actually want to buy, so you can make sales and provide yourself an income. Today, we're going to talk about how you determine what that paid offer should be for your business. So stay tuned. Hey there, I'm Shawn Mynar, and this is Unstuck Entrepreneur. I'm a former nutritionist who turned a struggling, stressful nutrition practice into a thriving, freedom-filled online business where I work from home in my sweatpants while reaching and helping thousands of people all at the same time. Now I'm obsessed with showing other heart-centered coaches, practitioners, and solopreneurs how to build a business and life they love. Consider this podcast your safe space to learn both the inner work and practical strategies required to build the impactful, profitable business of your dreams. No hustle, grind, or long hours required. That's right, hustle culture, not welcome here. Let's get into today's session. Hey there, friends. Welcome back to the Unstuck Entrepreneur podcast. I'm Shawn, your host here on the show. Thanks so much for tuning in and hanging with me today. We've got a lot to cover in terms of figuring out your paid offer, what that should be for you and your business and your clients, and what's going to work best for everyone. But first, a few quick things. I will be taking the month of June, which if you're listening to this when it airs, which I know a lot of you don't, and that's totally fine too, but it will be the next month off of the show. So there will not be any new episodes for the next 4 weeks as I basically take a summer break. I've just decided after 8.5 years of podcasting that I'm in a season of life where taking occasional breaks from content creation is what works best for me and my energy and my family and my business and everything. So there will be no new episodes coming out in the next 4 weeks. However, when I come back in July, and this is 2023, if you're listening to this in a totally different year, which also may be the case, then first of all, it doesn't really apply, doesn't matter. There's plenty of episodes now for you to listen to, so you can disregard this conversation. But when I come back, for those that listen kind of as these episodes come out, there will be a rebrand of the show. It will be episode 200, which is also a big deal in my book, kind of a milestone, if you will. So we'll be kind of celebrating that. And yep, like I mentioned, a rebrand. I'm going to get some guest experts on the show over in the next season and those kinds of things. So lots coming up, lots to be excited about. But first, a little bit of a break, which I hope you are finding in your life and your business too, because we all need to reset and recharge every once in a while. So that's what's going on over here. And then another big announcement. I talked about this over on Instagram stories, and I'll share it here too. Back when I really committed to taking my business online, which was in, I want to say 2014, 2015 time, I really committed and I knew it was going to happen. I was going to figure out how to make it work. And there were 2 kind of like goals, I guess, just these things that I really wanted to happen, kind of almost like these milestones of having made it, I guess, if you will. And yes, I'm using air quotes. This was my mind back in 2014, 2015. A lot has changed since then, but we'll go with it. I, first of all, wanted to have something that would allow me to have a Black Friday sale. I wanted to be able to be with like everyone else in this world and have something I could mark down for Black Friday and promote it and get all this excitement and all that stuff. So in 2018, I had my signature program, the Fat Burning Female Project, out into the world. It had been for over a year at that point, and I put it on Black Friday sale. So check the box complete on that desire, that goal of that. And, side note, never had anything else ever put on Black Friday sale after that. Not my jam, not my vibe, not something I want to be a part of. But hey, I did it and I was able to find out that that wasn't something I wanted to keep doing in my business by actually doing it. So, sometimes it takes doing it to realize what you don't want just as much as it does to realize what you do want. And then the second thing of that whole visual I had for myself was to have a shop. Now, at the time, had no clue what I would put in this shop, especially if I was going to be selling like digital products like courses and programs and workshops and masterclasses. Those really aren't necessarily the best thing to put in a shop because they typically need more kind of like sales, more marketing involved than just like having this one page up, go click buy and purchase, like get into my cart and then click the purchase button and you have this thing. So I wasn't sure how that was going to happen, but it was something that just really seemed cool to have back then. Well, now, my friends, I officially have a shop. This was not even something that was on my radar as I started kind of diving into copywriting and starting to share more with you about how to write better copy for your business and creating these tools to help you. It didn't even really cross my mind that this would turn into a shop. But then as I am organizing and trying to figure out the best way to make these resources available, hey, why would I not create a copy shop and have everything that I have available for you in terms of helping you write your copy for your business in one place on my website? So I now have a copy shop. It's officially titled the Write Your Business Shop, and that is over at shawnmynar.com/shop. You can go check that out. As of right now, there's like 7 or 8 things on there, maybe 7. There will eventually, by the end of the year, be 10, I'm hoping for. That's my goal for the year. Right now, you can get the Write Your Website bundle, but then if you just want to work on one page of your site at a time, I've broken down the bundle and you can get Write Your Homepage, Write Your About page, Write Your Services page. I also have the Messaging Magic Masterclass over in the shop, and that includes the messaging workbook that will absolutely change the game in your business. That's over in the shop. So yeah, I'm really excited. It's kind of like another checkbox completed of this whole journey of having an online business and what it looked like at the beginning when I started this 7, 8, 9 years ago, and what it looks like now, how it's all evolving. And of course, back then there's not a chance that I would ever think my shop would be a copywriting shop. But here we are. And that just shows how much can change in your business, in your life, with what you love to do, with what you're good at, with what you're passionate about over time. And that's kind of one of the best things about having a business is that it can change with you, and your clients, your dream clients can change with you and kind of evolve and grow. And there are people I know listening right now that have been with me since then, that have been clients back then when I was teaching nutrition, when I was teaching personal training, and then now are here and are learning copywriting from me and learning business tools and tips. And that just shows how really your business is like this living, breathing thing that evolves with you. Your clients evolve with you. You're allowed to evolve and change and find new things that you're passionate about and move with it. So totally going off on a tangent here, but all of this to say, I have a shop and I'm really excited about it. It's a big step in my business and something that has finally come true that I kind of forgot I wanted, but now that it's here, I'm like, oh, that's actually really cool. So go check that out at shawnmynar.com/shop. Okay, let's get into this paid offer talk because, as is the case with a lot of the topics that we talk about here on this show, it's something that I see that I don't want to call a mistake because it isn't, but it's something that a lot of coaches, practitioners, experts who are trying to build their own business doing that type of service, they're actually making it harder to build that business and to make money, to create an income for themselves because they simply don't have the right paid offer. Meaning they're not offering their audience or the people they want to help the right thing that they want to buy. There's a mismatch. And that can come down to a lot of different reasons. We'll talk about those coming up. But at the end of the day, I think it's quite obvious that we want to offer our dream clients something they actually want. And when you do that, hey, business gets a lot easier. Making sales becomes a lot easier. So that's what we are after today. Okay, so here's the disconnect that I see quite often. And that is you creating a paid offer that is what you want to do, what you want to teach, what you want to coach on, what would work best for you, or really, what you know your dream client needs. Now, this is the really, really, really hard part, especially as a coach or practitioner or someone who knows the problem that their dream client is experiencing, like the back of their hand, inside and out, and they know what they need so desperately. And you get into that space where you're like, yes, you just need this, but your dream client doesn't want that or doesn't know that's what they need yet. And so you're jumping like 10 steps ahead of them and trying to sell them something when they're way, way back here and they need to be brought up into that space where they're ready for what you have because now they know that's what they need. And that actually is a copy thing. So we're going to get into that towards the end of the episode. So let's put a pin in that right now because we'll circle back and talk about it when we talk about how our copy plays into having the right paid offer. But obviously, I think you can see the problem here. If you are creating something that you want to do, that you want to teach on, or you're creating something that you know your dream client needs, but they're not in that headspace yet, then your dream client doesn't want it. It's like you could be talking a foreign language to them. Everything that you say, everything you post, everything you email them about is a completely different language. They do not get it. They do not want it. They're tuned out. And then it's not going to sell. You are not going to make the sales that you want to make, even if you have an audience full of perfect fit clients. And what's the worst is that you spend all this time creating a paid offer. Let's say it's a signature program. You've spent all this time creating it and getting everything ready. You're prepped to launch it. You put it out into the world and no one buys it. That can feel really disheartening, really frustrating, really disappointing. And you get into that disappointment mode. You start spiraling about how no one wants what you have to offer. Your business is doomed. It's never going to happen for you. No one wants to listen to you. Our ego has a lot of stories, especially about that situation. But really, it's just because it's not the right paid offer. That's it. It's such a logical, analytical 3D thing. You just don't have the right paid offer. And then under that umbrella, there's a few things to consider too. Maybe it's not the right type of paid offer. So for example, if your dream clients really want support and accountability with the problem that they're having, with the journey they have to go on, then a hands-off DIY course isn't going to cut it. That's not going to be valuable to them. And again, talking a different language as soon as you bring up your DIY hands-off course, because that's not what they want. That's not what they need. But if they say, I just need to know exactly what to do, and then I'll do it, no problemo. I will get this done. Just give me the step-by-step instruction. Then that's great for a DIY course. They see that like hands-off DIY, step-by-step instruction, video tutorials, blah, blah, blah. They're in, right? So it's all about the wants and needs of your dream client at their level, what they know they want and need. But then it also could be that it's just not the right topic. And this is something that happened to me, so I have very much a real example of this. If your dream clients are saying, I want to lose weight, and then you create a program on mindset when you know that mindset is a key piece to losing weight. They don't know that. They don't care. They get into this space of, yeah, the mindset sounds really cool. Yes, I will totally work on that as soon as I lose weight. They don't have that connection. This happened to me. So back when I was kind of feeling complete with the Fat Burning Female Project, which was my first signature program, along the way of running that program for thousands of women, I very much came to realize that their problem was in their mindset. They were having a very poor relationship with their body. They had a lot of disconnects around food and food relationship issues. And it all came down to a mindset thing and really looking at what was going on in their minds to heal their bodies, to lose weight if that's what their body was meant to do, and to just get comfortable and confident no matter what kind of thing. I saw that as a need that these people wanted and my current audience, which was quite large at that time. So I created a program around the mindset of gaining a healthy, happy body. Didn't go well. I know there are some of you listening right now that were in that program, and I know we all know that it was great. It was a really fun program. There was a lot of mindset work and strategies and tools and things like that. There's a lot of energetic work and vibrational work. It was a really cool program, but it didn't hit. It didn't land with the vast majority of the audience I had at that time. I was literally speaking a different language to them when I started talking about the mindset. And like I said, it was very much one of those things where it's like, this sounds like something I would be interested in, but first I need to lose weight. Like, this is my imminent problem. I need someone to tell me how to lose this weight, or, heal my thyroid, or get my adrenals back on track, whatever this like surface level problem was with their health. And then I'll work on my mindset. It was like two separate things. Now, knowing what I know now, this is like 5-6 years later, I would work on my copy. I would work on my messaging. And I think that program would have gone on to be a raging success if I would have done those things. Instead, again, side story, this doesn't really have anything to do with what we're talking about today, but interesting to know that at the same time that program was running and, there were a few people coming in, I was doing launches for it. And, it was a success in its own right, I would say. But at that same time, I started taking clients who wanted help with their businesses. So it was kind of like this secret thing I was doing behind the scenes, just thinking I would help these colleagues, my peers that were coming to me asking for business help. I would just kind of do that as one-off things. But then I actually really enjoyed it, and it started spiraling and, over time turned into this, what we are doing here now on Unstuck Entrepreneur, and everything I've done over the past 4 years as a business coach. So it was meant to be. That program was not meant to be a success, because then I wouldn't be here sharing with you the lessons I learned from it not being a success. So here we are. Anyway, let's get back to talking about your paid offer. So in the case of it just not being the right topic, then it might be either that you need more time building up the right audience if that is a topic that you are really passionate about, that you definitely really want to have a paid offer around, then spend more time building up your audience of the right people who are ready for that topic or is interested in that topic, or find the topic that your audience, your current audience, is interested in, does need help with, does resonate with. Which brings me to the overarching solution to all of this that you're probably already kind of figuring out, which is to listen to your audience. The best idea for your paid offer will come directly from your people. It doesn't matter if right now that is 10 people or 10,000 people or 10 million people. It doesn't matter. But you have to use what your audience is saying to create the paid offers for your business that will actually sell. And that means you need to connect with them. A huge piece of a thriving, healthy, profitable business is connecting and communicating with your people, because your people have the answers. Your audience basically writes your copy, your audience establishes your messaging, and your audience will tell you what paid offers to put out into the world. So connect with them, get really super interested in every single thing they say, any comment they leave, any direct message, any reply to email. You can even set up some virtual chats with your dream clients, open up an hour on Zoom or something like that and schedule like a few 15-minute appointments just to talk with your people that maybe have purchased from you in the past or you have some sort of connection with and you would feel comfortable going deeper with them. That's always an option, but you have to start listening, taking notice of what they're asking for, because I can guarantee they're telling you. Now, they might not know, they're not directly saying, hey, will you create this kind of program or will you do this kind of DIY course? They're not saying that, but they are telling you about their problems. They're telling you what they would love to have, what they're not getting, what they need, what they don't want. They are telling you, or they will tell you if you prompt them to. So use your social media, use your email connections, and see if you can get some answers. Now, I do think that you're going to get better answers if you ask more indirect questions like, what's been on your mind lately? What are you struggling with right now in relation to, whatever your niche is? Getting those kinds of things, kind of like prompting them to talk about their problems, to talk about what they need, what they don't want, instead of just saying, hey, would you guys like a course on blah, blah, blah? Or, hey, would you like me to do an 8-week program on blah, blah, blah? That's not what we're looking for here, because that's actually not going to provide very accurate answers. Because of course, until I know how much I have to pay, sure, I want a DIY course. That's not what we're looking for here. We're looking to create something so valuable for them that the price that you set it at doesn't matter. That price point is irrelevant because you have listened to them and created something that they need, that they want, that is valuable to them, that solves their problem, provides a solution, provides the space, the kind of support that they're looking for. That is what we need to know. And then once you have those answers, create that. Create a solution to their problems, an answer to their questions, a desire they have that's not currently met, a support group, if they want a support group, or a DIY hands-off kind of thing that they can do whenever, if that's what they want. Create what your audience wants. That is how you make sales. Now let's move into talking a little bit about the copy aspect of this too, because there is the opportunity to take a paid offer that your dream clients need and turn it into something they want. Really, that's kind of the whole purpose, or that's the power of having really good copy. So if you have created or want to create a paid offer that your dream clients need, but they're not quite there yet, like I said with my example of the mindset, but them wanting to lose weight, then you can use your copy to bridge that gap. And this is really just a lesson in the stages of awareness, which I don't think I've talked about here on the podcast yet. I know I did in the messaging masterclass and the Write Your Website. There's so many places where I have, but I actually don't think I've talked about them here yet. But a big piece of copywriting is to take your clients on a journey through different levels of awareness until they are ready to purchase from you. And if someone does not know that they need your solution, that you have that solution, and that you are the right person for them, then they are stuck in a more problem-aware place. They are very much aware of their problem. They know exactly how it feels. They know exactly what they don't want to happen that is happening. They know the symptoms and the experiences they're having, and they're stuck there. And when you're stuck in problem aware, you don't know a solution exists. And if you don't know a solution exists, then you definitely don't know that your solution is the right solution for them. So they need to be guided through that whole process of, yes, there is a solution. Yes, this solution will get you out of this problem state. And here's why, and here's how that looks, and here's how it'll go, and what you can expect. And then, yes, I have an option for you to get that solution. And here's how that looks, and here's what we'll do, and here's what you can expect, all of those things. And you slowly move them down the road from problem aware to solution aware, and then to product aware, which is that your offer is their solution. And again, we go into this way more in the messaging masterclass, but that's just an example of if you've created something that is a solution that your people aren't yet aware of, then that doesn't necessarily mean that your offer won't sell or isn't good and you need to start over and start from scratch. No, but it does mean that you have some work to do in your copywriting and how you present that solution and meeting your clients where they're at and coaching them to that point where they now see you as the solution or as the one that has the solution to their problem. So it's like a really long journey potentially. It could take time, and it definitely takes talking about it differently and presenting it differently. And that is the power of your copy, the power of your words, the power of what you say to the right people at the right time in the right way. And that is why I love copywriting. I think it is the most amazing, transformative thing for your business. And it is something that every single one of you needs to get really clear on right away and start working on these skills for your business. Your other option is to hire someone and have them write every word in your business for you, which would literally cost you millions of dollars. So I don't think you want to do that. Instead, learn how to do this in your business, and it will absolutely change the game for you. Now, this copywriting technique does not work if you have created something that you wanted to create, like something that you wanted to teach, you wanted to coach on, something that sounded really good to you. Let's just put it out there and see what happens, and it flops. That won't necessarily work. There's a chance it could. You could try to kind of maneuver your copy to become more appealing to your dream clients. But like I said, it's probably more so either creating something that you know your clients already want, or spending the time building up a new audience that does want what you want to teach, which is great too, because obviously you want to be doing what lights you up, what you're passionate about, and sharing that with the world. So it is going to be worth taking the time to build up an audience that agrees with you. So if you're in that space where what you want is no longer what you used to talk about or what your old audience is looking for, that's okay. But you've got to make that decision of, do I create a paid offer that they want, or do I go off and pivot a little and start working towards this new thing? That's an option too. But no matter what, if you have not created a paid offer yet, or you're not getting the sales that you thought you would on a paid offer you have put out, then you have to do this very analytical analysis. I think that's like kind of saying the same thing twice, but you have to do an analysis of if it's something that your dream clients are asking for. Is it something they are looking for? Is it solving a problem they know they have? Is it providing a solution they know they need? where is your paid offer stacking up in relationship to what your audience is currently saying? If you listen, I promise you, they are telling you exactly what they would pay for. They really are. It's just a matter of tuning in and then following that. It's a really cool thing to make sure that you know that your next paid offer will be a success. And like I said, it could be someone even just saying, I would love a support group. I would love accountability. I would love to meet other people who are in this boat too. Then, like I said, a course isn't going to do that for you. You need to create a signature program or something where they have that community, where they have other people going through the process too, and vice versa. If they don't want that, just give me the steps and I'm done. Then now you know that too. So having this big giant program would be a waste. They don't want that. You just have to listen and figure that out for you and your people and your business, and it will all come together and you will make the sales that you want to make and you will help the people that you want to help. Okay, I will wrap things up here for the next month as I take a little summer break, and I will be back in a few weeks with more new episodes and a fresh new rebrand. So until next time, take care. Hey friends, Shawn here. And if you're a coach or practitioner who's looking to help more people, make more money, and have more free time, then I have a special invitation for you that you don't want to miss. Right now, I'm hosting a free masterclass that will walk you through the process of adding a signature program to your business. As many of you know, the signature program business model has been my primary way of doing business since 2017. And after 7 programs of my own created and helping dozens of other wellness pros create theirs, I'm now sharing my exact process with you for free in this 1-hour masterclass. Now you might be thinking, Shawn, I'm just not ready to have my own program yet, or I don't have the time to build a program right now. Are you crazy? I totally get it. I get all of it, which is exactly why I created this training in the first place. I want you to see how possible this really is for you and how simple it can be when you have a tried and true proven system in place, no matter where you're at in your business today. So if you're like most coaches and practitioners who have a dream of creating a scalable offer in their business that helps the people they're meant to help without it being directly tied to your time and energy, then there's a seat with your name on it inside my Burnout Proof Your Business Masterclass. In just 1 hour, you're going to learn why adding a signature program will uncap your income potential forever and give you more time for your own life, health, family, and self-care. You'll learn exactly how my client sold out her first program, even with a small audience, because of this one super simple marketing hack that I am going to reveal. You'll learn the simplified, foolproof process that will take your knowledge and experience and turn it into your own program in just 6 weeks. And also how to implement an automated marketing system that will grow an engaged audience full of perfect match clients that can't wait to enroll in your program once it's ready, even if right now you're starting at 0. All you have to do is head to shawnmynar.com/burnoutproof and save your seat for this masterclass before it's gone. shawnmynar.com/burnoutproof. Can't wait to see you there.